video games does indeed have some problems.
The lack of communication, the FOMO, or the difficulty in video games. We'll be really diving into these issues and wondering if we can solve them, or start a conversation to discuss these things. Can we really fix the problems in video games? Battle passes are in Fortnite and Call of Duty, and now heading their way to Diablo. Everything trying to give you that one feeling, that feeling that keeps you in the game. Fear. Fear of missing something. Fear that makes you feel like you have to play that game now. This is why I believe battle passes need to stop. Video games back then did not have you feeling a feeling called FOMO, fear of missing out. If you did not feel like playing that game that day, then you didn't have to. Back then, how they monetized the game was by having downloadable content that allows you to access new content that got worked on and was simply added to your experience. But things change ever since companies decided to find new ways to monetize games. First, it started with loot boxes where gamers got a chance on getting a cool skin. It was a complete lottery machine, and people got fed up with them fast, especially when they added them to Star Wars.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
So loot boxes had to go, but something new had to take its place. Battle passes. Fortnite released its best money-making machine, where the gamer has to pay for the pass and only has a set amount of days to complete it. And if you don't complete it, it's all gone. Everything. So you're not guaranteed on getting those items. But it was Fortnite, a free game. They had to make their money somehow, right? So it's understandable. And maybe the battle pass was only for Fortnite, right? What's up guys, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you check out my other channel. Links will be in the description, along with that amazing Patreon. I don't know if you want to check that out, it's a pretty good Patreon. If you want to support my channel, of course. Anyways, back to the video. Other companies start to implement battle passes, such as Call of Duty for example. A $60 game where you have to purchase a pass for $10 and only have a certain amount of days on completing it. Fear kept you playing that game even when you felt like playing another game. Just the fact you might miss out on that gun or cool skin kept you playing it. And when you can't do it anymore, you can't keep grinding on that game anymore, you just simply give up and stop playing the game altogether. Then you start missing out on all the new seasons, all the new skins, all the new items they added. You drop the game entirely. And that's my problem with battle passes. A feeling where I have to play the game. No more unlocking stuff by putting effort into it at your own pace. Battle passes don't even take the consideration a person who just got home from work or school. There's a set time for it when to complete it, and if you don't complete it in time, you miss out on all those items. The next best thing to do is maybe buy the rest of the tiers, spending more money on the $60 game. Let's also mention that games are also boosting up prices where they're now $70. Looking at you, Diablo. Looking at you. I don't understand why every game needs a battle pass. I don't understand why every battle pass gets fluffed up with junk. I don't understand why battle passes are in $70 games. The main thing I want to drive home here is that I love video games, but I want to not feel like I'm doing a chore when I play them, so I can unlock that cool skin at tier 100. I don't want all customizations to lock behind a paywall in a shop where I have to pay sometimes $20 for that skin. I don't want to be put on a time anymore. I want to just play that game and have fun. And that's when, fortunately, there are games like that. Elden Ring, Deep Rock, Halo Master Chief Collection, where you have no time limit. You play the game whenever you feel like it. And I think that's where some companies forget. They forget that if you don't put a time limit on something, they will come back. They will finish it at their own pace. If battle passes are here to stay, please don't make them go away after a certain amount of time. I spent my money. I'm sorry that my life got busy. And I would put more hours into your game if you didn't give me a time limit on a $70 game. Fortnite was fine because it was free. So for other games, what's your excuse? Battle passes are big issues for me, but what is the deal with the lack of communication in video games? I want you all to sit back and relax, and I'll play this clip, and I would like you all to see my perspective. Hey. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Let's do this for democracy! Can anyone hear me? Anyone? Anybody? There has been no shortage of popular and successful multiplayer games being released lately, with games such as Lethal Company, Helldivers 2, and others. Playing these games with our friends is the go-to and always a great time. Whether we're inviting and communicating with them in-game, or using the popular social platform Discord to set up a call or channel to speak and play with our friends. But let's say our friends are not online. As we become older, boring obligations tend to take up, sometimes such as work, errands, or maybe having a nice family time, which is not boring, I just want to point that out. I'm sorry, family. Therefore, when we play our favorite multiplayer game, we might need to join a game with a bunch of randoms. Now, in case you're not aware, randoms consist of fellow gamers that you have no prior relationship with and simply don't know or played with them before. In my experience, playing with randoms in multiplayer games can be good, bad, or even just okay experience. However, often I tend to play with randoms who do not have a mic. I joined about 7 games of Helldivers 2 with randoms, and not one random had a mic. What the fuck? Now I know that some people watching this are saying maybe that the randoms are friends and are in Discord channel and communicating among themselves. This can be true, however, what about the randoms joining their in-progress game and now part of the team? If I am, or you're joining a game of randoms, shouldn't your voice be heard as well to help the team reach a glorious victory? It seems like a common opinion that our society is heading toward becoming a bit antisocial. We escape away to sit in front of our TVs and computer screens to play our favorite video games, whether it's a single player game or multiplayer game. But playing multiplayer games can inject some social connections that can be established remotely. With that said, according to the American Psychiatric Association, early in 2024, 30% of adults say they have experienced feelings of loneliness at least once a week over the past year, while 10% say that they are lonely every day. Younger people were more likely to experience these feelings, with 30% of Americans aged 18 to 34 saying they were lonely every day or several times a week. And single adults are nearly twice as likely as married adults to say they have been lonely on a weekly basis over the past year. Okay, is putting your headset on and communicating with a bunch of randoms going to cure loneliness? No, it's not, no. But my point is, wouldn't it help ease by establishing camaraderies with fellow players that enjoy the same hobby as you do? It could be helping your teammate tackle that ever-increasing difficulty of AI opponents or defeating the opposite team of fellow gamers. I tend to believe that we play multiplayer games to join and sync with fellow gamers, to beat a game, or defeat fellow gamers with a clash of skill in shooters or similar. Those intense moments in gaming that lead to winning is something I absolutely love. Sharing it with others is something I really don't mind. Yes, I prefer to have those moments with friends, but if I meet some cool randoms, that can be equally rewarding. So just maybe, if a random joins your game and you did turn on your headset, maybe you both can mutually benefit by furthering your enjoyment with communicating and enjoying one of your favorite hobbies together. Whether it is fighting for democracy in Helldivers 2 or collecting scrap for the company in Lethal Company, the more we are in sync with communicating can further reduce the difficulty of reaching and achieving that ever-escaping demanding victory. Now folks, it's time to finally talk about the final thing that is wrong with gaming, which is difficulty in video games gotta be the most important thing when booting up a video game. If I'm sitting here contemplating what to do, like that time I was at Subway because too many options, you're messing up in your video game. I was playing Doom Eternal and I cracked that difficulty all the way up because I'm a Sigma male, but I started getting my booty whooped on the first few levels.
Oh, okay. Alright, it's pretty cool. Okay. Alright.
Then I lowered that difficulty one level lower and now it was being my... But that's the problem. I feel like games should have a set difficulty, a way the game is meant to be played. I believe game developers sometimes don't know how to handle difficulty. Payday. God. I got a bad cough. Difficulty got to be right in the middle. I know YouTubers covered this, but it's still a problem in games. Hashtag go video game donkey. I actually like Elden Ring, for example, because the game is built on that difficulty. But that game is too hard! For me personally, I don't want to change the difficulty when I'm already a few levels in. I feel kind of cheap for doing that, so I decided to start all over from the beginning. Difficulty is a very hard thing to do, but sometimes there's just a simple moment that the game is just addicting. Like, look at Call of Duty Zombies. It's just you going in circles and killing zombies. We turn our brain off and just have fun. Now, that's not to say COD Zombies have no difficulty, because it does. Some maps have some special effects, or you might run out of ammo. But this all loops back to my point. COD Zombies have a set difficulty. There's no question on how the game should be played. But what happens is when a game goes into versus mode. Balancing. Let's take a look at the long ago game called Bigfoot. When we're doing a versus mode, Bigfoot versus players, no matter how we do it, Bigfoot is OP. Bigfoot is playing baby mode while the hunters are playing Halo 2 legendary difficulty. So I have to make house rules. What can Bigfoot do and what can he not do? And it all becomes all fuzzy. When a really bad player can play it and get wins with Bigfoot, then you're messing up. Now I know balancing a game difficulty is something hard to manage, but there are some games that did it pretty well. I would say, for example, Dead by Daylight, Elden Ring for single player folks, and Paper Mario. But let's all face the facts though. Stardew Valley is a hard game.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.